Hi. Oh, here we go. Hi, YouTube. Hello, everybody. How you doing? It's your man Sage here, or some people know me as my first name, Adrian. I haven't done a video in a while. It's been a good minute. I'm usually making AI videos, preaching, teaching, sharing. The four topics. Those of you on my YouTube know the four topics: the body, the mind, the money, and the spirit, and your connection to Christ. Um, I just want to do an in-person video this time. Somebody asked me if I could, talk a little bit more about why I push cash flow investing so hard on my YouTube channel, and they wanted me to give a in-person, not just an AI type of thing. And you know what? I decided it's time. I have some time while my little one is at school, so yay for school. Well, how do I put this? I grew up in a time where, amongst a generation, for those who know me, for those who don't know me, where it was always a situation of things are too tight. We don't have enough money, usually because of money mismanagement, not really because of things were expensive. But I'm not no downplay to my parents. I'm sure they did the best that they could, but the fact is the facts. So growing up in that, I figured it's time to find a way to eliminate that, or at least bring it down to a minimum. Even with inflation that we live in today, I'm sure there have been ways, and there are ways. I prove it time and time again on my channel. I've watched other viewers, I've learned, I've read many, many books. But to use cash flow investing to conquer the lack, the need. So I often talk about dividend investing under cash flow investing as my main go-to per se. And what I looked for was a way that the average person, the average human being, not a rich person, wealthy person, doctor, lawyer, person who comes to, none of that, or somebody who inherited money. I'm talking about here in New York City. I'm talking about like the person who works in a local bodega, local store, the person who rings you up at Target, maybe the conductor on a train. And we have the MTA here in New York, whatever the equivalent is in your city or town. The person who drives the bus, the guy who walks the dog. I'm talking about the average everyday working person can put a portion, into cash flow investing or dividend investing to help them buy assets that pay them repeatedly by itself passively over time. And the easiest ones are in dividend stocks and dividend ETFs. Now, don't take this as financial advice. I'm not some sort of expert. Consider this for educational and maybe even entertaining purposes. I have been known to make a few people laugh in my lifetime, but that's what I focus on because it's the easiest. Where you can set it up on your brokerage account, Robinhood, Charles Schwab, Mumu. I heard about M1 Finance, and I'm just sure there's plenty out there. You can set it up on your account, and you can go ahead and automate. And once you find and do the research on the right stocks and ETFs to buy and continuously buy, little by little, but portion by portion, a lot of them do fractional shares or fractional portioning, where you can buy. You can buy them, hold them, and they will pay you back, or not pay you back, but they'll pay you over time in the form of a dividend or a distribution. Either way, it means you're getting paid. Now, some people have asked me why do that? Why not chase the stock market up and down, buy low, sell high, and all that stuff? Because the truth of the matter is, working class people don't have time to sit on their computer or phones all day. We're working to survive. We have children to take care of. We have lives to build. We have homes to maintain. We have rent to pay. We have whatever. I live in the city, so whatever the equivalent is of my world to yours, you don't have time for that. No one in the working class has time for that. But the best thing I like about the cash flow investing, like I said, is setting up the reoccurring payments, the small increments, whatever your budget could afford. $5, $10. $15, whatever it is, every pay period, and put it to those assets, and then turn on what's known, at least on Robinhood. I use Robinhood. It's called a dividend reinvestment plan. turn that back on, turn it on, and let it reinvest those dividends back into the stock and ETF. So that way it gets bigger and bigger every time you get paid, along with your deposits. So that's all you got to do. Buy these simplistic assets. So if you're working multiple shifts or multiple jobs, or you want to concentrate on something else, but you want to have that passive income build coming in at the same time and building up, that's the best way to do it. It gives you options. That's why I keep pushing cash flow investing. It gives you options, it gives you time, and it gives you energy. And God forbid your job decides to go kaput, you're not completely lost without income coming in. That's what this is about. And I always reach out, target, whatever you want to call it out there, to those who are working. Regular working people, your doorman, your concierge, your security guard. You know what I'm saying? So, average people, because they are the ones who need it the most. I call it my life mission, or some people say, because I'm also a minister, legally anyway, but it's like my mission. And in a way it is, but that's why I put it the way I put it on YouTube, where it's focused on the body, the mind, the money, and the spirit, because all these things are intertwined. So I'm not overly focused on money. I'll take Jesus any day. I'm not perfect. I'm not a saint in the sense that I'm an angel. I have my bad sides too, like every other human being. But I will take Jesus over money any day. But while we're living here on this earth, the practical thing to do is to make it so that you have financial ways, income coming in that doesn't require you to expend your energies and waste all your time working onto something that will not produce fruit, or is not conducive to your vision or the vision that God has given you in your life. I am trying to free the people. Yeah, I'm sure the rich people would not like what I'm saying, but I'm trying to free the average people. Or even our educational system has been designed to put us as workers, thanks to John D. Rockefeller and the rich elk of his time. To set up the educational system as we currently have. It's not designed to make you think like an entrepreneur or make you think outside the box. It's designed to give you just enough. It's designed to give you just enough to make you be an educated fool, go to college, rack up a debt, and then spend the rest of your life working for somebody to pay off that debt. Then add a house or an apartment or a condo. Add children if you're so blessed, and find a partner nowadays, because the dating pools are but that's another topic altogether. Say add on other life expenditures. God forbid you get sick, take care of parents, whatever. Add on all these things and you're stuck in the rut forever. No. Cash flow investing. I especially hope that a young person watching this, fresh out of high school, because you have the best time horizon. If I was 18 again with the knowledge I have now, I would have dropped everything else and went right to working 2-3 jobs and filled up my brokerage account with dividend stocks and ETFs. So I would be well off. I would have been much well off now. So let me tell you, it doesn't matter where you are. I'm not getting carried away. Excuse me, guys. It doesn't matter where you are. I reach out to mostly people in the United States, from New York, going upwards. I think northeast is Maine, going west, all the way to California, Alaska. I have somebody I've reached out to in Hawaii. So, and I talk to people and I share this knowledge with them. Now, some of you may be asking, how does my little hustle on the side goes with cash flow investing, Sage? Well, basically I act as your partner, and I guide you with my research, because I've been researching this and doing this for about 10 years under the quiet, but, and helping people do it to get through this. Talk to me. If you're interested and you want me to help you, guide you through this, I can teach you this. And my teachings on cash flow investing, especially dividend investing, and how to research it, are always free. You can book a free time on my website, cashflowinvestingsage.com, and I will confirm the time with you, and then I will sit with you, give you an hour, because it doesn't take much more than an hour, except if you have questions, and maybe it'll take a little longer. But, give you the hour and go through the process and how to do it so you can set it up for yourself. My other services, partnering and managing, we could talk about that. I'll be happy to make another video about that, because it's a little more complex. But that's what I do. saying I help people find their way, I help people to make their money, saying so, and we gotta do more than what we have now, guys. We gotta do more than we have now. There's a whole generation that's struggling financially, and because we did not get the teachings that we were supposed to get about money financially from the previous generation. I don't even blame the whole previous generation, because most of them can't give what they don't have, as they say down in the South. I used to hear, yeah, remember that? Those who are Southern, you can't give what you don't have. So, I don't even fully blame the previous generation. But while we're alive and while we're here, let's look forward and look to what we can fix now. Not just for ourselves, but for generations that may come after us. The bigger picture, as I like to call it. So, that's it, guys. This is Sage. Or Adrian. Those of you who know me, I don't care which name you want to call me. But that's what I do at Cashflow Investing, and that's what I teach. And if you want lessons, if you want time, I don't care where you are in the United States, or if you're outside the United States but have access to the stock market, the U.S. stock market, I will be happy to help you. If you want to get a head start after this video, download Jitsi, because I do all my teachings through Jitsi Meet. It's kind of like Zoom, but to me it's a lot better. And we can schedule a time, go on my website, book a time, and I'll be happy to help you guys. You guys are awesome. To my subscribers, stay blessed. To my viewers, stay blessed, stay focused. Believe in yourself, because God believes in you. Okay? And remember, invest in your body, exercise, eat right. I'm working on that too. My face is coming down. But exercise, eat right, invest in your mind. Read books that can grant you skills, or acquire, certification that can grant you, an increase in your, your resume, or whatever that can increase you in any way. So body, the mind, multiply your money, not just save. Don't just save. And if you do, use a high yield savings account, but that's another story. But multiply your money. Have your money work as hard as you do. And above all things, consider establishing or reestablishing, depending on where you are, your relationship with Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior. That's the most important investment of them all. Okay, guys, that's it for now. Thank you for joining me on this little video. I know it's 12 minutes and change. I see the timer's going. I'm going to go back to getting things done. And thanks for joining me on Conquering Life with Christ. Okay? Bye-bye now.